Today on the Justice Court, the plaintiff, Anthony Anayochukwu, is suing his pastor for 247,000 naira, the balance of a loan he advanced for church anniversary. The defendant, Apostle Fidelis, claims the going has not been good after the anniversary.
All rise. Court in session. Honorable Judge Fumi Asaolu presiding. Please be seated. Your Honor, this case is Anthony Anayo versus Apostle Fidelis. Parties sworn on oath.
Thank you, okay.
You're welcome.
Yeah. So, Anayo, you are the plaintiff here. Can I have your full name?
Anthony Jacob Anayochukwu.
Pardon?
Anthony Jacob Anayochukwu.
Okay. And the defendant?
My Honor.
Can I have your full name as well?
Apostle Fidelis Chukwuemeka.
Okay. So, Anayo, can you explain to me what happened?
Okay, sometimes around 2018, I started worshiping one church called Power of His Word Ministry.
Who started the church?
He's the founder. I started worshiping with that church.
Okay.
Being founded by Apostle Fidelis.
Okay.
So barely a month, my wife was worshiping with them before me. He told me the pastor is from my state. He speaks same language. That since God is saying, I should come and join the church. I joined the church. At least 3 weeks when I joined the church, he approached me after the church service that church is conducting anniversary, that I need fund, that I should come and borrow him some money. So I asked him, how much is he talking about? He said 150. And I told him that at the moment, I don't have 150, but let me see what I can do. He gave me his account number. I transferred 100,000 to his account. So we left. So Monday morning, when I get to office, I did a transfer of 50,000, make it 150. Actually, he didn't have my number. He now called my wife. I want to appreciate what I did for him. So my wife now gave me my number. He now called me, say, I got in the alert. I said, okay. I said, fine. So you can proceed now. Said,
when did this happen?
It was October, November 2018.
Okay.
So after he confirmed the receipt of 150,000 naira, at least a week after, he called me again. That I need another like 250. That I want to buy cow. I was joking with him. Must you buy a cow? Can't you just go to Rabatio and get some meat? He said it's a covenant he had with God that if that church is 3 years old, that he's going to kill a cow to appreciate, to honor God. I said, I don't have money for now, but let's see what I can do. So as I go, he keep on calling me when I was in office. He keep on calling me.
Wait, can I take you back a bit?
Yes, ma'am.
You first gave him 150,000 naira. As at the time you handed over the 150,000 naira to him, when did you agree that he will return the money to you?
He said after the anniversary on Sunday, Monday, but at most Tuesday.
So as at the time you were speaking about the cow,
yes,
he had not paid.
No, he has not even done the anniversary.
He had not done the anniversary. Yes. Okay.
So so after he received that 150, he will keep on calling me like I needed more money. I said I don't have money, but I know in fact what my wife told me that we need to promote this our brother. He's from my state. Actually, his village is not far from my village. And that's okay. I keep on running around to see how I can help him. So at the end of the day, I now paid another cash of 105,000 naira into his account. I didn't transfer. I went to First Bank and deposited the money to his account. So he confirmed too that he had gotten the money. So after the church anniversary, a week, 2 weeks, I didn't hear from him. As time goes on, I told my wife, see, this man didn't even return the money. I said I should give him time, I should not ask him. And I kept quiet. So he got at the middle of 2019. I think I called him. He said he has a property in Parakot that he wants to dispose, a land property. So he even showed me one sketch where the land is located in Parakot, that he's looking for buyer. They have gotten buyer didn't turn up to pay money and that. And that's okay. He said he needed money by himself. He wanted to go to Parakot and go and facilitate the disposal of that land. I was wondering. So I told her I don't have money. But I told my wife when I got home after the work, I said, let me see whether this man is saying the truth. Let me ask him. You want to go to Parakot? He said you want to go to Parakot. You want to sell the land? Okay. How much is your transport to Parakot? He said any amount you see. I said, I asked him, are you going to fly or you are going by road? Jokingly on phone. He said, the person that doesn't have money, he has no option. And that's okay. You know as much you are going to the Port Harcourt to facilitate dispose of that land. Take this 10,000 naira. Because before I gave him that 10,000 naira, I've gone to God is Good website. Lagos to Port Harcourt is about 6,000 plus. And I paid him 10,000 naira to facilitate the transport. This man didn't confirm that money. Because he said he's going to Port Harcourt on that Thursday. I was wondering. So the church always have a midweek service on Thursday. I asked my wife, go to the church that Thursday to confirm whether this man will conduct service. But I didn't know the reason why I asked her to go to the church. So when she got to church, this man was the one that conducted service. When I came out from work, she told me the man came. I said, okay, no problem. On Sunday, I now went to go and worship there. I also saw this man. I was wondering, when did this man travel to Port Harcourt? If eventually he traveled to Port Harcourt on Thursday or Friday, can he come back by Saturday as land be disposed? I was asking myself this question. I was wondering. This man came, I saw the man on Sunday. He was one that preached in church. After the church service, he didn't call me, he didn't mention anything. And I left. Till the end of 2019, I didn't hear anything from them. So early 2020, January precisely, I began sending in test. The response is that by His grace, by His grace, by His grace. And I replied him that everybody needs God's grace. But give me definite time and your mode of payment if I cannot pay this money at once. And I went straight to the police station. And I'm going to report the matter to say, since I've been asking him the mode of payment, he's not responding. Then if I thought the police called him, at least you should honor police. So immediately arrived, IPO said I should write statement. What happened? He too wrote his own. The IPO, what I remember, what IPO asked him, the IPO told him that she too was a deacon in her church. That she can never told her pastor to go and borrow money and do anniversary. That this thing is a pure cheating. Over a year, you have not refunded this money. All I can see is that I can't find this man again. After I waited in that place called CBT in that police station, I waited like, what is happening? What type of people told me that my pastor is in cell. I say, why cell? You have not even asked him, giving time. People say, this is a police matter. Say, he want to cheat on you. I will not allow. Say, I should go. So I now left. That evening, a woman called me. He said he's a chartered arbitrator from Malausa. That they told him that I locked my pastor. I said, I didn't lock my pastor. I only reported, and he came. Police say it's a pure cheating. That it's a criminal offense. It's not a civil matter again, this and that. He said they have seen the DPO. That DPO is going to settle with me. When he mainly came,
the arbitrator.
Yes, he came. He said he has handled many cases like this. That this money is a small money. That I should give him chance to bail him. That he can personally recover this money for me. I said, all this I'm not interested. Go and make the IPO. So because it was a money prayer on me that he should grant this purpose to bail. I said, well, me, I'm not objecting the bail, but the question is that how does he want to pay my money? I must drop something at least.
Okay.
So I now left. So it was the following day, around 9 or 10 in the morning, I called the IPO. That these apostle people came. He said he has released him on bail yesterday night. I said, why? As he dropped money, he said he want to conduct service on Thursday. That thing happened on Wednesday. He want to conduct service on following Thursday. That's so that he should go and do service and come back. So by the time he came back from service on Thursday, I came. The IPO was telling me he granted him bail yesterday that he's going to write undertakings and that, this and that. It's okay. No problem. Yeah, let's start the undertaking now. He now took us to one typewriter beside the police station where he wrote the undertaking. The IPO signed, E2 signed, I signed, the shorty signed. So the first time he said he want to pay the 50,000 naira, it was a week after, I can't remember the exact date. So I went, I think I was lucky that day. The IPO called me that.
I think from the letter of undertaking here.
Yes, ma'am.
The 50,000 naira was to be paid before 27th of January.
Yes, fine.
Okay.
So before that 27th, I think I was lucky that IPO called me that this man is around. I said, how much did he bring? IPO said I should come to the station first. When I came to the police station, I couldn't meet him again. He has gone. So there's a size book whereby he wrote how much he bought. He bought 18,000 naira. So I said, IPO, how would you accept 18,000 out of this money? See, I think it was 50,000 first payment. The IPO told me this is a acid test. They want to test it for now. Let's see whether we get more money. It's okay. So IPO handed up the 18,000 to me that I should go. That the following week, I should come back. Now, following week, I called the IPO to see whether the apostle had brought another money. IPO said he has not seen him. I was wondering what will happen. At the end of the day, since that day this undertaking was written, this is my first time seeing Apostle. Because I don't want to call him, I don't want to meet him because this
And
time,
he didn't reach out to you, he didn't call you.
he didn't call me
send anybody
at
to
all.
you. Okay.
So luckily, someone now referred me to this honorable court. That's why I brought the matter before you all know.
So, Apostle,
My honor.
I'd love to listen to what
Thank
you
you
have
very
to
much,
say
ma'am.
to all this.
Yeah. The wife started worshiping with power of his word ministry.
First of all, I want to ask you,
Yeah.
you had everything he narrated. Is there anything he has stated that you are in objection to, that you believe is not the true position of events? Or you just conclude that he has said what he narrated is the correct position of what transpired between the two of you?
That is it, ma'am.
That's exactly what happened.
Exactly, ma'am.
Okay, so I'll take you back to the anniversary. What kind of anniversary?
It's church anniversary.
So
The
as at
first
the
anniversary I did. I've not come in contact with him nor the family. In the beginning of the journey of the ministry, God gave me the vision and I know what he told me. So I went to a mountain with some of the ministers of the church. We received another prophecy that the ministry will not stand, that the ministry must close before third year. I was like, God, help me. I personally went into covenant with God. Help me by your grace that this ministry will not fold before the third year. The first year, I used one cow to celebrate God for his grace of sustaining me in that ministry. The second year...
How did you use the cow? You cooked for people?
Yes, ma'am.
Or...
I cooked for people. The church have...
You had a party?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
The second year, none of that came from the church, the pause from the church. It was a covenant between me and God, ma'am.
Okay.
The second year, I still fulfilled my covenant. I killed 2 cows because that was the covenant I make with God in the mountain. I bought 2 cows for the second year, and the church had anniversary. I never called anybody to assist me. And the third year, it was so very, very tough. I was like, God, will I not fulfill this covenant again? Help me. I want to make sure I fulfill the covenant I made with you. All those anniversaries, I do not test what we cook.
What exactly is the purpose of this anniversary? What is the aim? What are you supposed to achieve with it?
The aim is my spirit appreciating God for his goodness. I knew what we passed through in ministry. And when he started with his family, that was what we were planning to do for the third year. Just like exactly what he said. It was the wife that brought him to the ministry based on what God did for them. But that one is, I am not God that did it for them. So the wife now invited him to the church. He started worshiping with us. Why I was invited to the justice court, I personally told the person that invited me, personally, that I don't have any issue with Anthony.
If you don't have any issue with him, you won't be here.
My honor, I told the person that him personally has supported the ministry to pay our bill of the rent of the church with 100,000. So a man who has done this for me, I should know in any form hurt him. I said, this man don't understand. He felt I have the money, nor that the church has the money that I didn't want to give to him.
You're having a misconception. It's not about whether the church has money or it thinks you have money. The issue is you took a loan.
Yes, ma'am.
And you are supposed to pay back the loan. You didn't ask for a gift.
Exactly, ma.
So it's not a matter of, as at the time you were taking that loan, did you have intention of repaying?
Yes, ma.
How did you intend to raise the money? Because, first of all, you stated that your covenant is to be having that cow celebration
For
yearly.
for 3 years, not yearly, ma.
For
the
3
first
years.
year, the second year, and the third year.
And that was the third year.
Yes, ma.
And the purpose is for the church not to fold up.
Yes, ma.
So if by the third year, you already have serious financial challenges.
Yes, ma.
Because that's what I could see from what you narrated now.
Exactly, ma.
And you were struggling. I want to know where you expected, as at that time, to get the money to repay him. And what time did you agree he was going to pay you? The Monday after the anniversary, yes, from what you said. Yes. So how did you intend to raise, as at that time, 265,000 naira? Because you are very aware that you were having financial challenges in the church.
Yes,
already. So I'd like to know.
It was the time from that anniversary we sell our calendar of the year and some stickers of the ministry. Like other years, we do recover small money from it and support the church. But that very particular
year, how much did you make?
That
from
year,
the sale of calendar and all this other stuff?
311,000.
311,000 naira, yes, the previous year.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
The first year we got 130.
Wait. At that time that you made over 300,000 naira, the church was very buoyant.
Yes, ma'am.
You could even kill 2 cows.
Yes, ma'am.
But within a year, everything started dwindling.
Yes, ma'am.
It was very obvious to you that the church was not making money. If you were making money, you would have dipped hand into your own purse to finance the anniversary.
Yes, ma'am.
It's a church anniversary.
Yes, ma'am.
So it's very apparent that there was no money on ground. And yes, you were not really expecting much.
Yes, ma'am.
You knew at that time that there's no way you would have made 311,000 naira from sale of all those calendars. Do you understand me?
I do, ma'am.
So my mind is still not clear because I'm still wondering. At the time you took the 265,000 naira, this is the third time I'm asking you.
Yes.
At the time you took that money, and you already knew that it's not likely for you to raise up to that amount at the anniversary, how did you intend to pay him off?
My honor, that was when, for me to appreciate what he did to me, the third anniversary was something that we couldn't make even 1 kobo. The first money he gave to me was the money we used to produce the
You don't seem to
calendar.
understand. What I'm trying to tell you, like, that act is purely a stupid act from an adult like you. You knew your church was not making money. Is it by force for you to have an anniversary?
No, ma'am.
So why did you put yourself in this spot? How can you borrow money for an anniversary from a church member and promise you will pay the following day, knowing fully well that there's no way you will raise the money? And you now come around to go and bring some stupid document of one property that is not even Lagos property, village. You brought a village property and you are now showing him. Now he advanced money to you. You claimed you wanted to go to the village to sell the property. He advanced 10,000 naira. Did you receive the money?
Yes, ma'am.
Because he said you never acknowledged. So he has acknowledged right now.
I called the wife.
You received the 10,000 naira.
Yes,
so why didn't you go? Because you were later found not to have left Lagos on the day you claimed you wanted to go to the village. Because you see, let me tell you, these are things I'm not clear about. You need to really set my mind right on it. Because right now, the impression I have is totally negative. So you have to correct.
Okay, ma'am.
And let me know what actually happened, what you were thinking of, what your mindset was, where you intended to get the money, why you did not travel to the village. And I'm sure the property is still there up to now. Have you sold?
No, ma'am.
A year?
I traveled.
How long ago? It's about a year now.
I travel.
2 years.
2 years after. So, and what's the value of that property?
Around 600.
Around 600,000 naira. So how come you have not sold up to now?
Because of where the land was located.
So you knew as well that because of the location of the land, it's not likely for you to be able to dispose it on time. So, Apostle,
Ma.
when you took the money from him, right now, my conclusion is you had no means of repaying that loan. That is, there's no way you are looking at to raise the money to repay him. So you lied to him that you were going to repay him on Monday. You were desperate to get the money. So you have to tell him something that will be suiting. If I see anybody talking there, I'll send you out of the courtroom. So you have to tell him something that will calm him down. That's scamming. You scammed him. Go and check the meaning. You see anything that will make him happy just for you to obtain the money from him.
Well, my honor, it's just like he believed in miracle. When I ask his money by his grace.
I'm not saying you should not believe in miracle, but you have to be realistic. That's just it. You have to be realistic. But that's the way it is now.
My honor, this is the journey of the blessing.
Okay, pay his money. Just pay him his money, that's all. That's why you are here.
The plaintiff, Anthony Anayochukwu, says his pastor believes in miracle and has been promising to pay the loan by God's grace for about 3 years. The defendant, Apostle Fidelis, says he fulfilled his covenant to slaughter cows for the church anniversary. But he has not been able to fulfill the 3-year promise to pay the loan he obtained to purchase the cows, despite the police and chartered arbitrators' intervention. Judge Fumi wades into this matter.
I'm not interested in anything. How do you intend to pay? How do you intend to pay him?
My honor, I plead that Mr. Tony will please help me and give me a little time. Let me see. By April, I will start to pay. Let me start splitting the money.
Yes, in April. How much do you want to pay in April? You are splitting already.
20,000.
20. Okay. Then?
I will pay 20,000 for the first month, please. Then the other month, I will pay 10,000.
I refused. My honor, can I speak?
Sure, go ahead.
As I said earlier, this man is my brother. We're from the same state. I have that regard for him. For past 1 year, if I even worry, you don't even have money, you have cell phone, he knows my house. You can walk into my house.
I think that's what broke my heart.
I
Because
have the church.
if,
as
you are standing here, you were able to narrate to me that over time, I call him, I keep begging him. There was no time he could not have access to me. Even I sent my wife to go and maybe meet the wife. You know, there are ways to go around it, but you just took him for granted. You just took him for granted. And after you believe you sorted yourself out at the police station, you just decided to cut him off.
I'm sincere with you. If I ask him a question now, this man made me to go through pain. 2019, when the company I worked with Food wind down. For a year, I didn't work. And before then, I took a facility from Sterling Bank, which after salary was stopped coming, interest was accruing. Because they stayed there, frustrated my life, I went to sell my land in the village to offset that loan. He saw the document of that land, even paid for that over that document, isn't he? He's there. Just to work on one facility in Lagos. So, land about 1.3 million. I sold it for 700,000. It's not a loss, it's a loss. Just to hook myself out of Sterling Bank. Now I should collect 20,000 from where now? Amber, I can't do it, please. See what I can do for you. Pay, within 5 months, pay it off. Start from this January ending. So divide by 5, whatever it gives you, pay it like that. Very simple. At least church is open for month, since they leave a lockdown. Church has been opening. I don't be conduct church services. No. If I borrow that money from all these online money lenders or commercial bank, the interest I could that money, it will even exceed the principal. But now,
In the name of
on
God
what?
Almighty.
For 20,000, boss. For 20,000.
That 5 months you just said, if it is easy for me, I will.
Okay, I'll come in.
I'm
6
begging
months.
you.
Without his even seeking it. I say 6 months. 6 months. Pay it off. Tony, will you step?
Yes, it's okay by me.
6 months. He has considered to that.
Okay, my honor.
So when do you start paying?
February.
Just calm down.
The month.
So how much
January is-
wait, how much are you paying in February?
Let me divide the money by 6.
Okay. So that's the way you pay for 6 months.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. It's acceptable to you.
Yeah, it's fine. Yeah, as much as you can keep to his word.
After the break, Judge Fumi rules.
My judgment is that Apostle Fidelis Chukwuemeka Eye is to pay the sum of 247,000 naira to Anthony Anayochukwu on monthly basis. Judgment for the plaintiff.
All rise.
Have you been cheated or have a dispute and want justice? Don't take laws into your hands. Log on to www.thejusticecourt.com and submit your case.